Brother Ron, and welcome to We All Be News Radio and TV, the news-free Dixie for the 21st century.
Ladies, get your fill at Duke's Place. Fellas, get your kicks at Duke's Place.
Happy Life Affirmation Day to the one and only Edward Kennedy Ellington, also known as the Duke or Sir Duke. Duke Ellington, Duke Ellington, Duke Ellington. Was born April 29th, 1899 in Washington, D.C. His daddy was actually a butler at the White House, I believe under Woodrow Wilson. Take a look. It's all online. Duke Ellington is arguably the greatest composer America has ever produced. The man was brilliant, wrote over 1,000 songs, composed over 1,000 songs. He is the soundtrack for the American century. Duke was actually a historian. People don't know that. All his songs deal with the experience and the legacy of black people in the Americas. A lot of his songs were not just for dancing, but for also preserving the history of black people. He was a true griot. Duke Ellington had a work called Black, Brown, and Beige, which premiered at Carnegie Hall, I believe, back in 1943. It dealt with the story of our people in the United States of America. That's black people. And Duke was a brilliant mind. He was ahead of his time. He was not truly appreciated during his time. He was denied a Pulitzer back in the mid-60s, I believe 1966. He was denied a Pulitzer. This man has did so much for the American songbook, and they would not even give him a Pulitzer, but they gave Wynton Marsalis one based on the blueprint he got from Duke Ellington for his work Blood on the Fields back in the 90s. They gave Kendrick Lamar one for his work in hip-hop, but Duke did not even deserve one in his 60s? Come on, man. But Duke said it. He was very humble. He said he guessed God did not want him to be famous too young, but one person who did honor him, regardless of what you feel about him, was Richard Milhouse Nixon. He gave Duke Ellington the tribute that he deserved in the White House when he was president before he died. That's Duke. Now, what's interesting about Duke, he had a working band for 50 plus years, all the way from the roaring 20s up to the 70s before he died of lung cancer. So he had a working band for 50 years, 300 days a year in concert engagements. So he had all types of characters in that band. That's why I always tell people, if you want to learn about how to be great at leading people, inspiring people, check out the great jazz band leaders like Duke Ellington and Count Basie. These guys had all types of characters in their band. I heard of stories. I read a story where he had 2 trumpet players in his band that did not talk to each other for 20 years. So these guys were doing 300 gigs a year, sitting next to each other for 20 years. Did not say one word between each other. He had all types of interesting characters in his band. But, you know, what was great about Duke, a lot of guys who played in his band sounded so much better in his band than outside his band. He got more out of those guys than they could out of themselves. To me, that's a hallmark of a great leader. And another thing that people don't know about Duke Ellington is that Duke was a talented visual artist as well as musician. He had gotten a scholarship to attend Pratt Institute. From my understanding, he was convinced by Fats Waller, yes, the great and misbehaving Waller, stride piano player extraordinaire, that he could possibly make it in the music business. And what a lot of people don't know as well is that Duke Ellington's cousin was the great artist Romare Bearden, a true Renaissance man in his own right. Romare Bearden started out publishing music for the likes of Billy Eckstine and Billie Holiday, as well as being a Negro Leagues baseball player. So, but with Duke, it's like they switched places because Duke was a visual artist, then he became a full-time musician. Romero Bearden was in the music business, and he became a full-time visual artist. See how it works? So yeah, check out Duke Ellington, man. Check out anything from his catalog. It's worth listening to. Duke was asked one time, how does it feel to headline a venue but not be able to go through the front door of said venue? He said, I take all that anger and go somewhere and write some blues. He must have been an angry black man because he wrote a whole bunch of blues and other songs. So y'all take care. God bless. We love you madly. Keep on producing and pushing. Happy birthday, Sir Duke. I got to add this about Duke as well. Duke kept a band going for 50 years. I said from the roaring 20s up to the 70s, but also you got the Great Depression, you got World War II, you're dealing with Jim Crow, the American Civil Rights Movement, the Vietnam War, all this stuff going on, and Duke was able to maintain a band, a large organization for 50 years with all that going on. And probably hardly making any money like he should have been making for his type of talent and ability. So that's the power of Duke. And also from my understanding, Duke was a very spiritual man and also religious. I mean, he read the Bible, my understanding, 4 times from front to back as a young man. And he truly believed that he was on a mission from God to do the work he's doing, or he did. He was truly beyond category. Hey, everybody, this is Brother Ron. I am asking you all to do me a big favor. Think about supporting the We All Be movement. Your donation is tax deductible. The We All Be Group Incorporated is a recognized 501c3. And I'm just asking you all because I want to keep on bringing y'all quality work through the way that I know how to do best. And I'm going to sing my praises and toot my horn. A lot of y'all were not hip to Dick Gregory until Brother Ron brought him on the We All Be platform, until that jingle review we did. Y'all seen another side of Judge Joe Brown, and Judge Joe Brown's message has been amplified. But it was We All Be that brought Judge Joe Brown to y'all back in 2014. And so many others. And we covered so many things. So help us out so we can help you all. Peace.